Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sriraj Melit back with another video. I'm here with the chapter 5 of our JavaScript for React beginner series, and in this video we're going to discuss about arrow functions in JavaScript. So earlier in the 2-3 videos we discussed about some basic functions and function with parameters and return statement in function, etc. Today we're going to discuss about arrow functions in JavaScript. So arrow function is basically a shorthand method of writing a JavaScript function. You can see a function can be written in a single line using arrow function. So this is the basic use of arrow function. So let us dive more deep into arrow function. So arrow function is a shorter way to write functions in JavaScript. So like this, here you can see in a single line we completed the wall function. Like this is an addition function, so that wall function is written in a single line. Earlier we used to write in 2-3 lines like this. So now this function is converted into a single line function using arrow function. So here is the arrow. Okay, so it was introduced in 2015, that is a ES6 version of JavaScript. And another thing is it's having a cleaner syntax. You can see a very clean symbol syntax, and also handle the this keyword differently compared to regular function. So we will be discussing more detailed about this keyword, etc. later. So basically here you only need to understand arrow function is a shorter way to write function, and it was introduced in ES6 2015 version. Here you can see a basic regular function like our addition function. We have function keyword and the function name, parameters, and it's returning a plus b. It's returning the sum. The same function can be returned using arrow function like this. We replaced the function keyword. In the arrow function we are no longer using the function keyword. We are using a const, and function name is a kind of variable name. Like here you can see it's something similar to our variable declaration like const, let, etc. We used to declare variables in the chapter 1 we discussed. So here for in case of arrow function we are just defining the function as a variable, kind of variable, const add equal to, and here we have the function brackets, that's a parenthesis. So it's taking some parameters like a comma b. So same here, like this parenthesis is kept after equal to here. So then comes the arrow, that is a equals, or that gives symbol. So equals arrow. Here the function body starts using the curly brackets, and here the function body ends, and in between we have the return statement or any number of statements we can have. Since this is a simple addition operation function, so it's directly returning just a plus b. This same arrow function can be written in a more simpler way by skipping a lot of things, that is shown here. If the function body is a single expression, you can omit the curly brackets and the return keyword. So it's saying like that here, if you look, this function is a simple function because it's having only one line of code in the function block. So it's directly returning the sum in a single line. So in this case we can just omit the curly brackets, the function body brackets we can skip. Also we can omit the return as well, and we can write in a simplified version like this. Here you can see const add equals the a comma b parameters, and that gives a plus b. So we just skipped the brackets as well as the return. We directly return the operation just after the arrow. So this is how simple we can write an simple arrow function. So we just have a look into an example using arrow function. So here I am writing a function for greet. So const, and the function name is greet. So we are using const greet equals, and here I need to receive the parameter. I am using a single parameter called name. So name is a parameter, and next I have to write the arrow, that's equals and arrow symbol. And what does it give? It gives a like something. If we have return, we can, if we want to use curly bracket, I can use like something like this, and then return. I'm returning a print statement like a console.log of. So I am directly returning a console like console.log of name, and I have returned the function like this. Then I am trying to call the function using greet of my name Sriraj. If I try to run this, you can see bingo, I have successfully got the output. So here what we did, we write a simple function using arrow function. For writing an arrow function, I have to write const function name equals, then the function bracket, that is a parenthesis. So if I have some parameter, I can use the name here, name. Then I have the arrow, that is equals arrow symbol. Then function bracket is opened. Inside the function body, I have a single return statement, that is return. I'm returning just a console log operation. Okay, so when I call the function, I get the name like this. So I can simplify this function in a single line, because here I have only single line, that is between 2 and 4, that is a function opening bracket and function closing bracket. I have only single line, so this is a single line function or a simple function. So in such case, we can write the whole function in a single line. As I mentioned earlier, I can just skip the function body brackets, that's a curly brackets, and the return as well. So we can write this function in a simplified version like const greet all equals, and here I can take the name, then I'm giving the arrow, and here directly I'm going to use this statement. I'm just copying this and I'm directly writing here console log of name. So here the function name I just renamed, because function name should not be duplicate. So instead of avoiding the duplicate error, I am just writing this a different name. So only I used greet all. So then I am calling here like greet all, and in the parenthesis I have to pass the name. I'm passing the name as hello everyone. If I just run here, you can see hello everyone. So this worked. So normally while writing the greet function, we write something like hello, a string we write hello comma in quotes, then plus, then only the greet will work here normally. Normally we do like this. Then you can see hello Sriraj. Here also I am doing the same. I am passing just the name here, and here in the console I am just passing like hello and comma quotes, then I'm using plus. I can use comma or plus, whatever. So first I will show the plus. Just running here, you can see hello everyone. I can replace the plus with comma as well, because we have only single variable here. I can replace with comma as well, and if I run, then you can see hello everyone. So this works like this. So you can use plus or comma, whatever you prefer. So this is how easily we can write a simple arrow function in JavaScript. So next, talking more about the arrow function, here you can see the same thing we have just did. So if we have single parameter, there is no need of the parenthesis, like this parenthesis is no longer required, because we can straightforward directly use equals, then the single parameter name n. So in our earlier example, we used the single parameter as name. So here we have only single parameter. I can just remove this parenthesis is not required. If I run, then it still work perfectly. So that's what mentioned here. In case of single parameter, we don't need to use the parenthesis. So in case of multiple parameters, we need to use parenthesis for comma separation inside the wrapped inside the parenthesis brackets. And this is a multiplication operation like this. So you can try out these kind of examples. And the key difference between the regular function and arrow function is like arrow function have some limitations, like it do not have their own this, they inherit it from the surrounding lexical scope, etc. Later we will be discussing more about these things because you may be hearing these things for the first time. So if you want notes of this chapter, then you can come to Smart Code Helper, that is www.smartcodehelper.com, and just come here and search for chapter 5. If you search here chapter 5, you will get the chapter 5 notes, arrow function, JavaScript for React beginners. Just open that. Here you will find all the notes, etc. Also I will be adding some more practice questions which you can use and practice on your own. You can try solving some problems with JavaScript, try solving some questions related to arrow functions. I will be giving simple questions for you to practice. Just try out those questions. I will be keeping within this article. Also their solution also I'll be attaching in this page. Just come to Smart Code Helper and try out. So hope you guys got an idea about arrow functions in JavaScript. If you enjoyed this video, give a thumbs up and do like, share and subscribe. This is Sriraj Melat signing off.